Hi all you beautiful people. Here I am again in my bathroom. It's 3 o'clock in the morning, I can't sleep anymore. So I wanted to talk to you about iodine. And that's probably one of the reasons why I'm up, because you get a lot of energy when you start taking iodine. And so let's just do this from the very beginning. As I've said so many times before, the most important part of healing, the most important thing you can do at all, is to start loving yourself, to start feeling good about yourself. As I see it, I've been sick all my life, and I'm getting well now. I'm feeling better and better every day. And it's been a really long journey, and I just know with all my heart, all my mind, all my soul, that loving ourselves and enjoying our life in every way we can is the most powerful thing we can possibly do. And every single function in our body works better when we enjoy life. Enjoy being who you are. Every single cell works better, takes in nutrients better, flushes out toxins better, gives you vitality. So that's really where we start. And before we go into iodine, which we are deficient of, nearly every single one of us on the planet, one of the reasons is all the toxicity. So before we go into this, I just want to say, I was in town yesterday, and there's cars everywhere. We're polluting the earth like never before. We've never ever been so destructive to the planet. And it's not to make you feel bad about you and your life, but I think if every one of us really, as part of loving ourselves and loving the world, see how can I use less resources? How can I drive less in my car? How can I do things in a more natural way so I'm not contributing to all this pollution? And when we're talking about iodine, it's also a matter of how can I stop putting toxins into my body. So stop using toothpaste. I use baking soda and peppermint oil. You can do many things to not get the fluoride, because you want to avoid all the fluoride, the bromide and the chloride, apart from all the other things sitting at a computer all day long. So look into your life, clean it out, clean all the toxic stuff out, all the cleaning agents, all the cosmetics. You're more beautiful without all the cosmetics anyway, but there are natural alternatives. So, and before we go on, be in nature. It's very important we go into the sunlight, into the air, and we get fresh, clean water. So, and that's really the basis of all well-being. Love yourself and be more natural. Go into nature. So that was the foundation. Now let's talk about this very, very exciting subject. And it's a long story, so this is going to be a playlist because there's so much to say. But before I go into detail, this is Lugol's iodine, and the thing is, you can't get enough iodine from your diet unless you eat huge amounts of seaweed. And the seaweed, they found out, all depending on where it comes from on the earth, in the oceans, but the seaweed is very toxic also. So that's not the best way to do it. But some seaweed, I think, is fine. And Lugol's iodine is a mixture of potassium iodide, and pure iodine. And this is a very fantastic solution that is very easy for the body to assimilate, to take into. into its cells. And what I do is I rub it on my skin, in the soft skin areas. But really you can take it, put it anywhere. You can drink it, and you can put it as a suppository. You can put it into the vagina, because the body will suck it up. So yeah, it's a big thing. So let's just get into this. All women who have breast cancer are lacking iodine. That's just one little thing that nobody's telling us, and it tells you how important this substance is for every single function in our body. But mainly you're talking about the thyroid and all these endocrine glands, all the hormonal system, but really iodine affects everything. So for a period I wasn't drinking milk this summer, and I think I lost half of my hair because there's a lot of iodine in milk. So suddenly I wasn't getting any iodine. And the whole thing of where is iodine, it's also in the ocean air. So the ocean there's iodized air near the ocean. So, and in Denmark where I live, we're very close to the sea everywhere because it's all islands, and I live on an island, so I'm not very far from the sea ever when I'm in Denmark. So in Denmark, actually the place where we get most iodine, it's from the fish, but it's also from the dairy products, because there's lots of iodine still in the soil and in the air. So for sure the raw milk I'm drinking has a lot of iodine in it, and when I take all the milk away, I take all apart from lots of other things, I take all the iodine away. So if your hair is thinning, as many things, you're too skinny, you've got too much weight on, is a sign of iodine, can be a sign of iodine deficiency. You're feeling tired, also mental clarity. There's a whole list, and there's a few videos I'll just maybe put into this playlist so that you can see all this in detail. But yeah, what more should I say? Yeah, let's just talk about taking the iodine, because I think you can do different tests to see if you have enough iodine, but it's not really worth it because they're not precise anyway, and you're not hurting yourself by doing this. But the thing is, iodine is a very powerful detoxifier, and it detoxifies everything out of the system. So you mustn't take it too fast. So you start off, what I did was start off with 1 drop on my skin. So that's a very, very small dose. And this is Lugel's iodine I bought on the internet. And this one is 5%. And actually my husband has a stronger one, and it does actually burn the skin if you just leave a drop on there and you don't rub it. So what I do is I simply started off, and I can just show it to you here. I put it on my thighs now. I sit with my legs crossed so it doesn't drip down, and I just drop it between my thighs and I rub my thighs together. And when you're putting it on your skin, I think you don't have to take it so often, but if you're taking it through your stomach, you have to take it at least morning, evening, maybe 3 or 4 times a day, so spread it out. But of course 1 drop you can't spread out, really. You could put it into a glass of water and drink the water over the day. But so let's do my thing. I'm on 8 drops now, and I definitely feel it. And as you know, I'm doing many other things for my health, and it can seem absolutely crazy because I'm still taking the turpentine, I'm still taking vitamin C, I'm still using the betaine stomach acid. I'm doing many things for my health. But I feel, I mean, I was more or less born sick, and I've been unwell in my body all my life, and I really wish for myself to get well, and I know I can be well. And the more I help myself, the better I'm feeling. So, I mean, why not? And if people are actually healing their cancers just by taking iodine, why not do it? So on goes the drops here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And watch your clothes, because it stains really bad. So I'm just not real careful now. So, and I don't do it with my hands, because, so you have to be a bit acrobatic here. Because then you get it on your hands and you're going to wash it off. So you want all the iodine, just not to waste it. So just put it where you're going to have your clothes on anyway, or if you don't care people seeing you've got a brown spot, doesn't really matter where you put it. Put it on your face and see it's been used. Iodine has been used for skin healing, for skin cleansing, because it's totally detoxifying. So you put it on well, the best I believe is urine. I still drink my urine every morning, and I still believe urine is the best. There's nothing as powerful as urine to heal and to heal the skin, cleanse the skin. But iodine is another way. And iodine has been used throughout history when it was discovered for everything. It heals everything. But of course, it's not the only healer. Yeah. So now I'm taking, this is a real mixture, I'm going around the whole thing. I'm taking 8 drops a day, and I think I can probably go up. And as I said before, it's a very powerful detoxifier. So many of the toxins which are in our bodies, there's no way around this. We're all very toxic, because because of all the industry, all the computers, all the cell phones, all the stuff flying through the air, in our water, everywhere. And the thing about these special halogens, or whatever they're called, fluoride, chloride and bromide, the interesting thing about them, which comes from all these cell phones, plastics, everything, the body actually gets tricked, because the receptor on our cells that takes the iodine in, thinks that the bromide, the fluoride and the chloride are iodines. So on the iodine receptors, when there's no iodine, all these things go and sit in the receptors. And the beautiful thing about starting iodine is that the true iodine, the pure iodine, will cleanse these out. So the bromide, the fluoride and the chloride, amongst many other things, will be flushed out of the body. And of course, as I've said before so many times, your body cannot handle huge amounts of toxins in one go. So be gentle, be kind. Let your body adjust slowly. And at the moment I have skin eruptions on my back because stuff is coming out out of me. And you don't want to feel really miserable while you're detoxing. So, yeah, just get some. So here we have some Brazil nuts. And Brazil nuts are the food in the world that have the most selenium. Selenium. And I mean, you can go and have a look at this, because I'm no expert, as you know. I'm just showing what I'm learning. But when you take your iodine, you have to have selenium, because it makes otherwise you can hurt your body. So you need the selenium, And some people say this is enough to have maybe 4 nuts a day. So you have 2 in the morning, 2 in the evening, because they're so full of selenium. And make sure you chew them well. I mean, it's the whole thing of enjoying our food, taking our time, sit and chew the nut really, really well, and the selenium will come into your body. And some people say it's better to get a supplement, some pills, and make sure when you buy the pills, of course it's a more expensive way to do it, I think, and a less natural way to do it. But if you feel you want the pills, just make sure they're natural and there's no additives, because they put all sorts of stuff into these cheaper pills. So you want selenium. So it's a real little study, but once you get into the protocol, you start doing it. It just becomes natural. So you want the selenium, and apart from that you want vitamin C. And vitamin C is really basic for healing. And as I've shown you before in some of my videos, I buy a big bucket of ascorbic acid. And you can discuss whether or not it's the right way to do it, but it's very cheap. And I think it's okay. You know, it's good to eat fruits and lemons, things to get your vitamin C. But when you want high doses, that's the way to go. And with the ascorbic acid, when you take maybe 1/5 of a teaspoon, you take a little bit of baking soda and you mix it into, it can be cold or lukewarm water, and you do that several times a day. So, and you can experiment with vitamin C. It's a very powerful thing to do, to take a lot of vitamin C, because it's essential for all of life also. But it works with the iodine, so you need the vitamin C, selenium, vitamin C, and the other thing which is very important is magnesium. And magnesium also, you can buy a natural supplement and just take that morning and evening, a few times a day. But you can also make your own, which I do, and I think it's the cheapest way to do it. You make your own magnesium oil, it's called. And so what I did, and this really costs as much. This is magnesium flakes, and it's natural. It comes from 2 places on the earth. They dig it up or take it out of the ground. And when you mix this with purified water, you get magnesium oxide, which is magnesium oil. And I'll show you in a video, but you can go and see on the internet how to make it. It's very, very simple. And you can put that magnesium on your skin. But you can also drink it. So that's what I do. I make my magnesium oil and I put it into my vitamin C morning and evening, and I drink it. You can also do magnesium baths, and that is actually for baths, so you can put it in a bath, but that's the cheapest way to do that is to buy Epsom salt, which is called bitter salt also in Europe. So you're getting your magnesium through a bath, because just like the iodine, it just sucks through the skin. So this is so fascinating and just so powerful, and I think so look into it, and I'll speak more about this and go into more detail. But if you want to start right away, I would do that if I were you. Get your iodine. I'm actually going to make a video where I make it myself, because it's very simple to make also, and much cheaper than buying it, because I'm going to need it the rest of my life. I'm going to take this the rest of my life, because it's so important. So the iodine, the selenium, the vitamin C, and the magnesium. And yeah, the vitamin C, you can't really take too much vitamin C. You'll just get diarrhea if you take too much, so you don't have to worry. The magnesium, the same. You can take lots and lots of magnesium. And the selenium you have to watch out. Don't get lots and lots of selenium, so don't eat heaps of those nuts. And the iodine, as I said, go slow, go real slow. So it's really fascinating, and it's so powerful how these natural elements which we have been getting through our food, through our lifestyle, the way where we've been living as humans in nature, so close to nature, we've been getting all these things. And because life has become so unnatural and so toxic, we're not getting it anymore. And when we really start to wish to live this beautiful life, really take care of ourselves and heal so we can shine our light, all this is there for us, and we can help ourselves and become really, really well. So thank you for watching, thank you for being there, and I'll see you soon. Bye!